What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Javier.
and this is PM Football. We went into week one of college football with a lot of questions, and I think we left the week with even more questions than we had going into the week.
I agree with you. Let's address the elephant in the room. Texas versus Ohio State. Arch Manning did not look good.
It was not pretty.
It's the first game.
Yeah.
It is week one for everyone. It is the first game. But man, if that's an indication for how things will go this season,
Yeah.
I don't see him being the starter halfway through the season.
It just looks so forced. Like a lot of
very unrhythmic.
He was out of rhythm. His mechanics didn't look good. Like, was not on time with his receivers. Wasn't able to lead receivers.
The mechanics were just off, man.
It just, and I mean,
The footwork was nasty.
you can't really blame him too much. He's going against the defending national champions.
It's a really good defense he went against. Yeah.
And Matt Patricia, who was doing this to NFL quarterbacks when he was a coordinator in the NFL, he gets to do it against quarterbacks that have 3 starts in total in college football. So, I mean, yes, did it look ugly?
Yes.
But I still think that there's the potential. You can see it. There are times where, I mean, you can see it very...
Dude, he was 0 for 5 in yards over 5 yards and passes over 5 yards in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, I mean...
The fact that 1 through 3 quarters you only have 5 attempts of 5 yards or more, and 2 that you completed none of them, very concerning. I would like to say, though, I don't think he's going to play like this all year. Like,
No.
I don't think this is who Arch Manning is.
Yeah.
Like, I do think he will progress as the year goes.
He's got 3 easy games coming up on his schedule. So, see if he can turn a leaf and get back on track, because I think he started the season as the Heisman favorite at like plus 650.
I know he was definitely had to be in the top 3. Had to be in the top 3. For
the end of this week, he is now plus 1,800.
Yeah. I mean, it was just so bad.
I just don't think we've ever seen a guy leading in the Heisman by... I mean, he wasn't leading by much, but being that number one guy and then
so
just
bad.
Completely fall off a cliff.
It was just such a bad performance. And yes, I agree. Like, a really good Ohio State team you went against. That's a really good defense. Like, it's your first start, but like, regardless of how the other team played, you yourself, when you're in that pocket, when you're dropping back, when you're reading the defense, like, you looked like you did not know what you were doing.
His eyes were wide. Like, he wasn't ready for the moment.
No, he was not. At least that's what he's playing. Of course, like, we don't know what he was thinking and looking at in the moment. We can only say what we were observing. It looked like he was nervous out there.
Yeah.
Like, he was not ready for it.
And before we move on, I just want to say this. I think Texas defense is still elite.
Yes, absolutely.
They only gave up 14 points to a good Ohio State team. So
they're still I still expect them to make the playoffs.
I think that defense keeps them in the contention. We just got to see if Arch can take that step and make them that elite team that everyone thought they'd be.
For sure. Now, this next one's going to make us, but mainly me, look bad just because I was definitely the more vocal one about this. Alabama falls to Florida State.
Kalen DeBoer.
Look, people are calling for him to like get fired like today.
Yeah.
I think that's a stretch. Like it's one. Don't get me wrong, bad game. It was a bad game. But I think it's a stretch to call for his head after the first game of the season. However, not even performance-wise, like when it comes to wins and losses, just the attitude of the team. If that doesn't change quickly, he's out.
I can't understand for the life of me, and I'm not going to sit here and defend him to the end of time, but Ryan Williams needs to be used better than what they were using him as, and he needs to play better.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like it wasn't to the standard.
No, like Ryan Williams had multiple drops in that game.
Yeah,
and was knocked out. I think at one point, like he was hurt at one point in that game.
If I can remember, I was just blown away because I didn't see it coming. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Florida State fans,
they got outclassed.
Who were talking trash in the comments. I give it to you guys. I was wrong. I will admit 100 out of 100 times when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I'm not necessarily saying like Florida State's gonna be competing for the ACC. Maybe they will. I'm not there quite yet, even though I do like Castellanos a lot. But this is a very good first step for Florida State.
I mean, this is almost identical to how Florida State started off the season last season.
The season before.
Yes. No, it was last season, Florida State. They
season,
started off at number 10.
Yeah.
Lost that game in Ireland.
Oh, you're talking about the reverse of it. Okay.
Florida State.
Yeah.
I'm saying Florida State started off the season like Alabama is this season.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
So maybe Bama is just not good. Which is it's hard to say because we've never seen a team with Bama being not good.
It's just an attitude thing with them because you could see there wasn't that same intensity as when Saban was your coach. There wasn't that same like brotherhood and I know you understand what I'm saying. I can't quite put it into words, but like
it's the chemistry and the culture that they've set.
Yes,
and it's not there anymore.
The like just fighting for what's on your chest and the name on your back, like it didn't seem like that was there.
It's a lot more for the name on their back right now.
Yeah,
it's not really.
It wasn't for the logo on the helmet. It was, and I don't want to be that guy. It's like, oh, NIL, da da da. But just the way they looked when they were playing, it just seemed like the biggest concern throughout the offseason was how much am I getting paid, not how do we brand ourselves in this university, how we want to be branded.
Yeah, and you mentioned it a little bit, Tommy Castellanos.
I was a fan since last year.
You have definitely put yourself on the radar for being one of the top quarterbacks in this upcoming class.
Yeah.
You were on that board already to a degree, but you've pretty much stamped your name that everyone's going to be watching you for the rest of the season.
No, yeah. I mean, we're both fans of Castellanos, so it's going to be interesting to see where, one, Castellanos goes, two, how far Florida State could take this momentum and drive, and three, just what happens with Alabama, for sure. Now, another highly anticipated game from week 1, Clemson versus LSU. Are you right about Klubnik? All year long, you were trashing Cade Klubnik, and I was like, look, he's not as bad as you say. Never said he was great. I'm like, he's a good quarterback. He's very solid. Did not look like that Saturday night. No. What are your thoughts on that?
And we happened to watch that game together.
We did.
So yeah. I don't know if it was before the game or if it was like after the first couple drives that I had said this to you, but I remember saying, I don't know if I've just seen all of Cade Klubnik's bad games, but this is how I have seen him play football.
And it's hard to defend that statement after that performance because he didn't play good. And it was a lot of the things that you've been criticizing him on all offseason with the missed timing throws, the overthrowing a lot of balls, the not reading the defenses correctly. Like, it's hard for me to defend him like I've been doing all offseason when he goes out and plays like that.
Yeah, and I mean, Dabo said it himself. I don't know if you saw that press conference today where he said it was like taking a final exam on your first day of class. Did you see that?
Yes.
He was like, we got a 58 and they got a 63 or something. And it's like... And then Brian Kelly comes out and is like, well, I don't know if he's just saying, like, grading his team hard and us on a harsher scale, but I don't know if he saw that second half of the game. Like, LSU dominated that second half of the game.
LSU looked very clean, very sharp. Maybe not the entire game, but you're playing a top 5 team. You're not going to look clean from beginning to end. But LSU looked very convincing.
To Klubnik's defense, it did hurt a lot to lose Antonio Williams on that first drive of the game.
Yeah.
I was very excited to watch him play. Didn't get to see him play besides one drive.
Especially since my team could really use another receiver. But yeah, I was excited to see him and it just didn't happen.
And then on the LSU side, Nussmeier, man. I think if the draft's tomorrow, he's the first pick in the draft.
He's a dog. I know I've been harsh on Brian Kelly and where I think he could lead LSU. But I have been vocal about how much I like Nussmeier. Like, he is a dude. He really is. We brought up, kind of surprised he's only 6'1".
Yeah.
Is that right? He's only 6'1"?
It just doesn't look like it.
No, he doesn't play like it either.
No. He definitely seems like he plays a lot bigger than what he is.
Yes, I agree.
And if that is the case, that he is the size, that he's 6'1", I can see him taking the Baker route, where he is athletic enough to get out of the pocket, can make all the throw accuracy.
We're only bringing this up because we already know this is going to be a conversation come February, March.
Because we ourselves, we were like, oh, Do you know how tall Garrett Nussmeier is?
I was thinking like 6'3".
And it was like, yeah, we were like 6'3", 6'4". He's 6'1".
No, barely over 6 foot. Again, we're only bringing this up because we know it's going to be a topic of conversation once it hits February and March. But back to where we started. I mean, he played really good. We both expect him to continue playing at this level, if not better.
Yeah.
The Sunday night game, Miami versus Notre Dame. First, want to say that was a really good game.
That was
very
definitely
entertaining.
the night or the weekend cap.
For sure. Does the ACC belong to Miami at this point after Clemson's lost?
Same thing I was talking about Klubnik earlier. I don't want to keep saying that I'm right, but I think Carson Beck outperformed Cade Klubnik week 1 against a better team.
I have said this before. I am a man of my word. I am a man of integrity. I can admit when I am wrong. Simply based off of the first game, absolutely Carson Beck outplayed Cade Klubnik. No debate about it. He looked pretty good. Out there against a talented Notre Dame team.
Yeah. I mean, the offense for Notre Dame definitely stumbled a little bit. You got a freshman quarterback in there.
Who he played.
But he played well, and the defense is good. Like, they always have a good defense.
Yeah.
They pretty handedly the score ended up being a lot closer than what that game really was. For about 3.5 quarters, Miami just dominated.
Notre Dame did make a late push over there. It was a very entertaining game. I think both teams, assuming they keep this style of play and like quality of play going, I see both teams making the college football playoffs and even making runs in the playoffs.
I think so too.
That was just a very entertaining game. I'm very excited to see where they end up going. Currently, I probably still have Clemson winning the ACC. However, I think Miami's right there with them. I definitely think Miami closed that gap.
Just throwing this tidbit in there. Georgia Tech was my sleeper team.
Mm-hmm.
They handled Colorado.
Yeah.
They took business there. They took care of business.
Horrible coaching at the end by not just Coach Prime, who I don't know what his deal is with the timeouts and the clock management, but the first and second down play call in that final drive, awful.
Yeah.
Completely awful play calling. I'm not trying to say I was rooting against Caden Salter necessarily, but I was expecting him to kind of not live up to that drive just based on my expectations of him. I can't even blame him for that. Like, that was not on him.
Yeah.
Like, the coaches completely mishandled that entire situation.
Speaking of coaches that mishandled the situations, Bill Belichick coached the game.
Can I first say, this was probably... We've been doing this show for a little over a year now, like just barely over a year. This had to be the coldest I've been, like, in a weekend span that I've been this entire show.
You were on a
cold from literally from top to bottom when it comes to like the big games and everything. We're
talking about
right
from like off-season talk to this team's gonna win.
Cold.
It was not a great weekend for you.
Not at all.
It was fun though.
Maybe it was very fun. Maybe it cleans up as the season goes on, but just based off of week 1, very cold start to the season for me. But back to what you were saying, Belichick's debut.
48 to 14.
Do not think it could have possibly gone worse.
48 to 14.
That's about right.
I think that's the most points he's ever given up in his coaching career.
Yep. Yeah.
Against TCU.
Which, look, maybe it's that UNC's that bad.
Yeah.
But TCU's offense kind of rocking. Again, it
Hoover
could
looked
be
good. Number 7. I can't even remember what his name is. He's got an Idaho transfer or something. He's a dog.
Maybe it's that UNC's just that bad, but I'm going to give UNC kind of the benefit of the doubt and just say TCU's offense looked very good last night. But regardless, UNC has an issue when it comes to talent.
Yeah.
They don't have the talent.
You can't go 2 hours without completing a pass. That was insane.
They just don't have the talent on that roster.
I don't think I've ever seen a graphic pop up saying a pass hasn't been completed since 8:12. I looked at my clock. It was 10:21.
I mean, dude.
Funny thing is, he completed the next pass, which was kind of fun.
And it's not like Gio Lopez is a scrub.
No,
because he played well. Yes, it was in the Sun Belt, but let's not act like the Sun Belt's like FCS D2 level. Like, there's still quality opponents not every game,
Yeah.
but there's still quality opponents in the Sun Belt that you face every season. He just looked nothing like the South Alabama Geoloc.
I just think, and to be fair, completely fair, TCU had the chip on their shoulder. They
Yes,
couldn't get done
absolutely.
again because they were the team that had lost to Colorado in Dion's first coaching appearance.
Yeah. And not only that,
You can't lose
no
to
one was
Bill.
talking about TCU. It was all about Belichick's first game, Chapel Bill. Like, absolutely, there was that chip on their shoulder. And, I mean, they rose to the occasion.
They
Like,
definitely
you
did.
can't help but just applaud them for that.
Yeah.
So, we're doing things a little differently. We are starting a new thing where we have 3 locks. We are going to give you guys 3 almost guarantees of games for this weekend. If you want to put a parlay in and use our locks, do you? If not, just know you're going to regret it because these are locks for a reason. They're going to happen. Let's start with the first one.
Bet responsibly.
Bet responsibly. Only bet what you can afford to lose.
Yes.
That's always good advice. We are not reliable or responsible for any losses.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Indeed. We should definitely put like a graphic or a sign up at the bottom.
We are not responsible for any losses in this
We
video.
are not zero. Our first lock. We are taking the Michigan money line over Oklahoma. It is 15 versus 18.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's the favorite.
Oklahoma's
as of now, right?
5.5 point favorite right now. It's in Oklahoma, which I
Yeah.
think they're giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to be scoring.
Yeah.
Michigan kind of struggles with that a little bit, but after week 1, I had stuff written down because I thought we were going to go week to week. Michigan had 159 yards from just one man named Justice Haynes, who was a transfer from Alabama.
Yep.
I think they can pound the rock on an Oklahoma defense.
For sure.
The only thing I think that Oklahoma has going for them is that they're able to pass the ball. I just think if Michigan can control time of possession, Oklahoma's just not going to be able to score like they're used to scoring. And I don't think their defense can withstand the run offense of Michigan.
There are 3 things guaranteed in life. 4 things: death, taxes, Paul Feinbaum defend the SEC with his life,
Yeah.
and Michigan having a very good O-line.
Yeah.
Happens every year. I think Michigan's O-line will be too much to handle for Oklahoma, and I think that's really where the game will be won this week. I know it's very stereotypical, but I do think the trenches will control this game this week. I'll take Michigan's trenches on both sides over Oklahoma's. I'm taking Michigan's money line.
And not to mention, I don't think they've ever had a quarterback like a Bryce Underwood there before.
Very dynamic. Our next lock, Iowa versus Iowa State. We're taking the under at 41.5.
That's a low over under already, and we still think under.
Another guaranteed in life. Iowa not scoring the ball, but having a good defense.
And a great punter.
Happens every single year. We expect it again this year. Expect it to be a low-scoring game. We are taking the Iowa versus Iowa State game under at 41.5.
Iowa last week, their quarterback, 8 of 15 for 44 yards.
Yeah. This is like it's
But-
guaranteed.
They had 310 rushing yards.
Yeah.
That's great for the under, though, because it's taking time off the clock. They had, I believe, they had 4 rushers.
I'm saying I don't think that's
Over
happening
40
against
yards.
an Iowa State defense
Yeah,
necessarily.
Iowa, and now that you bring up Iowa State, Rocco Beck, he was 19 of 20 for last week. He had a 95 completion percentage against South Dakota, but 95% completion percentage, that's good against if you're just throwing against air.
Yeah.
Like,
Iowa's defense is not air. It's going to be. I just expect a low scoring game here. We both do.
I definitely. You got the battle for the Cy-Hawk Trophy. That's what they play for in the Battle of Iowa.
Yeah.
And
The only things going on in the entire state.
Iowa State comes into the game ranked 16 as well.
Yeah.
And I believe it's at Iowa State. So, I mean, it's going to be a close game, hard-fought game. We love the under.
Yes. Take the under for sure.
We love defense.
Our final lock of of this weekend, Illinois versus Duke. We expect Illinois to cover the -2.5 spread. It almost seems like they're disrespecting Illinois a little bit here.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Duke. I just feel very comfortable Illinois could win by at least 3.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just giving Duke the NCAA 26 treatment where, like,
Yeah, you're
They're the-
automatically good.
they're the
Yeah.
favorite in every game and they just win against the sim. This isn't the sim. Illinois comes into this game ranked number 12. Duke is not ranked.
I'm pretty sure they're 11 now. Illinois.
top 12.
Yes, you're a top 12 team. Yeah.
Like, how are you not favored by more against an unranked team? And I can understand Duke is in a rollover type game, but I think coming into the game ranked in the top 12, trying to prove your point that you belong in the top tier of the Big Ten, you go into Duke, give them a statement, show them you guys are contenders, and they win by more than 3 points. 2.5 points is a spread. Like, even if it's a close game, they'll win by 3 points.
I would say it would be one thing if it was like the 6.5, 8.5 kind of thing. 2.5, you can win by field goal.
Yeah.
You could beat Duke by field goal.
Yeah. And again, I like Mensa.
Yeah.
But I like Illinois a lot better. They were one of my sleepers for this year.
So to go over our 3 locks again, our 3 guarantees for this weekend in college football: Michigan money line over Oklahoma, the Iowa versus Iowa State under, which is at 41.5, and Illinois versus Duke. We have Illinois covering the spread at -2.5.
Yep.
Anything you would like to add before we close this out?
Nope. Like he said, feel free to throw this on a parlay. Just know we're not responsible for any of this.
For anything.
We love how this looks for us in our eyes.
Yeah.
Even though we just kind of said the whole time that you had a terrible week last week, so you can take these as you would like.
But I at least now have a game from this season to base it off of, whereas there was an entire offseason. You're basing everything from 10 months
previous
ago.
years. Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We hope you had a great time watching this. We hope you had a great week 1 as well. We definitely had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share the video. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at PM Football Podcast.
Let us know your locks.
Let us know your locks. Let us know what you agree with, disagree with, or let us know your opinions on any of the topics we talked about, and we will see you next week.
See ya.